Hi YouTubers, this is another video just recommending another book. This one is by Barbara Sher and it's called I Could Do Anything If Only I Knew What It Was, and how to discover what you really want and how to get it. So this is a really good book for people sort of doing a bit of career planning, and it's got 14 chapters. And so chapter 1, what you're supposed to be doing. Chapter 2, how to get lucky. Chapter 3, resistance, or what's stopping you anyway. Chapter 4, the sure thing. And then fear of success, leaving the ones you love behind. Chapter 6, I want too many things, I'm all over the map. Chapter 7, on the wrong track, I'm moving fast. And I want something I shouldn't want. It's trivial or unworthy. Help, I'm not ready to be born yet. Number 10, regrouping, it's a new ball game. So that's particularly if you've kind of got to the height of your career and then you've accomplished what you need to accomplish, and then you're trying to figure out what else to do next. Chapter 11, I've lost my big dream, there's nothing left. That's for those who have probably gone into a career, it hasn't quite worked out, and they're not got the same options as they once had. Chapter 12, nothing ever interests me. 13, rage against the ordinary. That's quite a good, incisive chapter, which is talking about how sometimes people can grow up from childhood trying to correct any problems that they've had from growing up, where they feel like they are responsible for the livelihood of their family. And chapter 14, the red herring, or trying hard to love something you don't really want. So this book is actually really, really good. And just reading the blurb, it says, if you suspect there could be more to life than what you are getting, if you always knew you could do anything, if only you knew what it was, this extraordinary book is about to prove you right. And it says a life without direction is a life without passion. And it's a dynamic, this book is a follow-up to a bestseller called Wishcraft, which I haven't read. I actually just came across this particular book first, so I've not read the other one, so I can't tell you about that. And the idea is obviously it's to try and get you into a rewarding career, and how to recapture some of your long-lost goals, overcoming blocks inhibiting your success, deciding what you want. And it says here you'll learn what to do if you never chose to be what you are, how to get off the fast track and onto the right track, first aid techniques for paralysing chronic negativity, how to regroup when you've lost your big dream, stop waiting for luck and start creating it. And yeah, I mean, I definitely would recommend this book. It's looking at things from a real psychological point of view, which can really help people who are a bit lost or a bit stuck. Gets you to think about a lot of things, and hopefully it will get you on the right track. And I think for me, the topic that resonated quite a lot with me was wanting too many things. So wanting a lot of different different kind of career things, that sometimes you want to do more than one thing. So sometimes that stops you from doing any one thing, because you think then that will stop you from doing the other thing. So kind of was really useful because it got you to map out the years ahead of yourself, so that it's possible still to do things over a long period of time, so that you don't feel as if you're losing out on anything. Kind of getting you to sort of list things in a particular order so that you could still be achieving things, the things that you want, if there's quite a few things that you want to achieve, by giving yourself more time to accomplish those things. So that anyway, that was a chapter that was particularly relevant for myself. But there's something in there, I think, for everyone. There'll be something in here which will resonate with you, and yeah. So anyway, if you're in that place, then seriously recommend getting this book. Hi YouTubers, just again looking at some more books. So topic is time management. So we've got one here which is from the Teach Yourself series. So it's just got different headings on here. Choosing your priorities, how much time you've got, using transition time, overcoming procrastination, reducing paperwork, dealing with the phone, mastering your meetings, art of delegating, dealing with information overload. So this is quite a good book, and it just goes through the different topics, different chapters. This one over here, Roger Black, that's one that I really, really highly recommend, and it's called Getting Things Done. And it gives you an overview of different topics, contents. So he's got like 100 different headings, and what's really good is that they're quite brief. So that's basically one topic and then the next. And he breaks it down, kind of getting you to think about how you think about time, what kind of balance in your life you want to achieve, what you want to do in your life, looking at your goals and making them realistic. So first bit is obviously planning, direction and goals. And then looking at your time, aspects of time, fast and slow. This is really good. Gets you to think about how you think about time. So there's some people who will think that that time is going too slow or it's going too fast. So it kind of gets you to look at psychology behind it, and also the good thing about this book, it gives you tasks to do. So one of the exercises that he gets you to do is to close your eyes and just close your eyes and imagine, without actually counting, how long it is before a minute is up. So without actually counting, 1 to 60, you just sit there, close your eyes, and roughly when you think your minute is up, you open your eyes, and you use a stop clock, obviously, to do this. So you set the stop clock, close your eyes, and when you opened it, press stop, and then you see whether you've underestimated the time. So it could be that you open your eyes and it's actually only 50 seconds, which is less than a minute, but you feel as if the time is already a minute. Or alternatively, you think that it's a minute and a half, and in reality it's 50 seconds. Or it could be that you open your eyes after, a minute and 15, and so you've assumed that you've got more time on your hands, and in reality you've underestimated what the time is. So it's kind of looking at that as to whether you're going to under or overachieve. So it's quite clever. Lots of different exercises in this book. So it's 100 different areas that it just covers briefly. 2 pages per number. So quite quick to go through as well. Gives you a time log to do. So I mean, you have to obviously be a bit serious about doing this. Maybe if you set aside a week where you're going to actually be looking at this topic and being prepared to not only read the book but do the actual task that it asks you to do. But I find this actually quite good. It's particularly good for people who are juggling quite a lot of things and don't seem to know where their time is going, or need to accomplish quite a lot in their time. So it's a really good book for students, managers, anyone really. I think this will be something quite useful for anybody. So just sort of flicking through here, so you can see some of the topic headings. So I definitely recommend Roger Black, Getting Things Done. This is a pretty old book that I've got here. So I don't know what it would be today. This is $9.95 when I got this, and I've had this book for over 10 years. So I'm sure you can order a copy from Amazon or anywhere, bookshop. get them to order a copy for you. So anyway, hope that's useful. Thank you. Right, YouTubers, I just wanted to show you some other books that I've got on my shelf. I've got quite a selection, so a couple of different things. I pointed out in another video some of these books on script writing, and I've got some other books here on stuff for people who are doing business, and these are sort of autobiographies from various different people. So you've got Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Rashmi Bansai, which is quite good. And you've got Richard Branson here. And this is from How I Made It from Rachel Bridge. And I really like this one. It's quite a short book. It's called The Top 10 Habits of Millionaires. And it's by Keith Cameron Smith. So it's actually quite good. This one is a really good one. It's called Spent. And it's just to do with health, nutrition, diet, and just looking at your lifestyle. And that's by Dr. Frank Lipman. Another good business type book, How to Lead by Joe Owen. That's good for anyone who's in a managerial position. I've got a couple of creativity books here. Be Creative by Neil Code, and this one, which was good, Creativity Now by Jürgen Wolf. I particularly like that one. And what else have we got here? We've got some writing, other type of writing, which is for children, and that's from Pamela Cleaver. And then writing the best-selling children's book, which is by Alexander Gordon Smith. And that's quite a good one. I think sometimes it's useful to read more than one book on a topic, because they all have different things to offer. And I'm just going to show you some of the other books, which I think are quite good. I'm just going to grab a chair so I can get up to the next shelf. So here we've got some psychology books, teaching yourself psychology, and that goes well if you're writing. Got applied psychology, Robert Winston, Human Mind. I mean, that's quite detailed. It sort of talks all about the brain and everything. So if that's something of interest. Personality assessment book. It's quite an old one, but that's actually really good. By Ben Hamilton. Don't know if you can be able to get hold of that. These couple here, which are a bit newer. That's Personality by Dr. Rob Young. He's a guy who does quite a few shows on television, or he's always asked to be on shows as an expert, sort of psychology expert. This is Managing Stress. What else have we got here? We've got Self-Motivation. Gail Lindenfeld is fantastic. She does so many different books. So there's a whole series of different books you can get from her. Another one which I had from her is Success from Setbacks, which is really, really good. We've got here Irresistibility by Philippa Davies. Secrets of Selling Yourself. That's actually quite good, and it's a fun. Most of these books are very accessible, quite fun to read. Here you've got some other ones. How to Talk to Anyone by Leal Lowndes. And Secrets of Confidence. Steve Miller. And this one's good. Luck Factor. How to Change Your Luck, Change Your Life. Dr. Richard Wiseman. What else have we got here? I've read all of these books actually. So, How to Live for Change and Change for Life. And that's by John Gray. John Gray, the guy who did Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Some life coaching books here. Fiona Harold, quite famous one, Be Your Own Life Coach. We've got Weekend Life Coach by Linda Field. And this is one that's quite popular, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I think he's got quite a few out, obviously, as one of 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, which I think is very good. Here's another one from John Gray, How to Get What You Want and Want What You Have. And another couple here, Discover Your Destiny by Robin Sharma, and another one from Robin Sharma, Family Wisdom. And this one is really good, Free Yourself from Fears, Joseph O'Connor. And that's using NLP. And this one, I really like this one, Fight Your Fear and Win by Don Green. Another one, similar topic, Fearless Living by Rhonda Britton. And this one, which is a tiny book, but it's really good, by Jeff Thompson, Fear. And he was a bouncer who's written this book, but really good tips in there. So just thought I'd share